Balloons have been around for centuries and have served a variety of purposes, from scientific experiments to military reconnaissance, to sport and celebration. Today, balloons are a ubiquitous part of modern celebrations, bringing joy and wonder to people of all ages. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the history of balloons and how they have evolved over time. Balloons were first invented by the Montgolfier brothers, Jacques and Joseph, in France in the late 18th century. They discovered that when they filled paper bags with hot air, the bags started rising. The brothers quickly realized the potential of their discovery and started experimenting with different materials like paper, cloth, and silk to make balloons. Their first public demonstration of a lighter-than-air balloon was in June 1783, where they used a 35-foot diameter balloon, made of cloth lined with paper. And later that year, Jacques-Charles flew a balloon made of silk, coated with a rubber varnish and filled with hydrogen, a gas that is lighter than air. The early demonstrations of balloons created a lot of excitement, and people soon started using them for all sorts of things, like science experiments, sports, and even war. One of the earliest practical uses of balloons was for scientific experiments, particularly in the field of meteorology. Balloons filled with hydrogen or helium gas were used to carry instruments into the atmosphere, to measure temperature, pressure, and other meteorological variables. This led to the development of weather balloons, which are still used today to gather data about the atmosphere. In addition to meteorology, balloons were also used for exploration. In 1862, the first balloon flight across the English Channel took place, and in 1873 the first balloon flight across the Atlantic Ocean was attempted. While the attempt was unsuccessful, it paved the way for future attempts at long-distance balloon travel. In this day and age, balloons are being used in space exploration. High-altitude balloons can be used to carry instruments and telescopes into the upper atmosphere, where they can observe the stars and planets without the interference of Earth's atmosphere. In addition, balloons have been proposed as a low-cost alternative to satellites for providing internet and other communication services to remote areas. During the American Civil War, balloons were used for reconnaissance purposes. Aeronauts would ascend in balloons tethered to the ground and observe enemy troop movements from above. This allowed military commanders to gain valuable intelligence about their opponents' positions and movements. Balloons were also used in World War I and II for reconnaissance and surveillance. The military used tethered balloons to observe enemy movements, and free-flying balloons were used to carry cameras and other equipment for aerial photography. In the early 1900s, hot air balloon races became a popular sport. The first international balloon race was held in 1906, and hot air balloon festivals and races are still held all over the world today. The sport of hot air ballooning has evolved over time, with pilots now able to control the altitude and direction of their balloons using burners and vents. Balloons have also become a staple of modern celebrations, whether it be birthday parties, weddings, or even political rallies. The modern rubber toy balloon that we know and love today was invented by Neil Tillotson in 1931. His latex balloons were a significant improvement over earlier balloons made from materials such as pig bladders, which were fragile and difficult to inflate. Latex balloons were durable, easy to inflate, and could be made in a variety of colors and shapes. Today, latex balloons are the most common type of balloon used for parties and celebrations. They are typically made from natural rubber latex, which is harvested from rubber trees. The latex is processed into sheets, which are then cut and shaped into balloons. Balloons can also be made from other materials, such as foil, plastic, and mylar, which are often used for larger events or outdoor displays. Balloons have come a long way since their humble beginnings as paper bags filled with hot air. The history of balloons is a testament to human ingenuity and creativity. From the Montgolfier brothers' early experiments to modern-day hot air balloon festivals, balloons have captured our imagination and brought a sense of wonder and joy to our lives. As we look to the future, it's exciting to think about the new possibilities that balloons may offer. Balloons remind us of the limitless potential of human imagination and the power of simple uplifting pleasures in our lives. So next time you see a balloon floating in the sky, take a moment to appreciate the long and storied history behind this simple and joyful invention.